Okay, trying this again. Alright, so we had some technical issues. Hopefully those technical issues are over with. I was trying to stream it earlier and it was not happening. I think about 30 something minutes into the stream. Well, I got about 25 minutes into the stream and there were some issues, and then the issue seemed to resolve itself. I did about another 10 minutes or so and it was like, yeah, it just happened again. So I don't know what caused those issues. It looks like it's some kind of internet network problem or something like that, but hopefully those issues are done. So big up for coming through. Big up to all of you and your crew. I'm gonna switch over to this screen, try and get some Donkey Kong Country. I think I'm done with Apex Legends for now though. I don't know what's going on with that controller. There's some drift or something going on. I don't know if it's a controller or if it's a compatibility thing, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Donkey Kong Country 2 is out. Okay. Oh, and 3. Okay. Might play a little bit of that as well. What else we got? Hey Punk. We've got some news. I haven't played Switch for a while, so I guess there's some new things that I just didn't even know about. We've got Doomsday Warrior. That looks pretty cool, actually. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it, but that looks really cool. I just like the cover of that. That looks so sick, doesn't it? We've got Prehistoric Man. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. I might have to try out some of these, actually. But first, some Donkey Kong Country. First, we do some Donkey Kong Country, and then maybe, I don't know, we'll see if we do some today. Depends on what time we go to, really. Kicking it old school right now. You know what? 1 second. No, that's not what I want. Yo, Chairman! What's up, Chairman? How you doing? Big up for coming through. Big up to you and your crew. I'm pretty sure, oh, yeah, here it goes. So, yeah, I remember now. Cause I did get to somewhere and I saved. I'm gonna try and do all this again if I can help it. So we just do my state save. I'm not sure how far we got, but it was a while ago. But yeah, ooh, no, that's not how it. You know what? If we're gonna do this, just do it. Yeah. All right, 1 sec. Okay, just make sure we okay. Let me know if the audio is coming through okay as well. The game audio in particular. Hopefully it's not too quiet, but just put it up a little bit. Don't want it too loud, don't want it too quiet. It can be a difficult thing to get. Oh, gotta get that jump, man. Gotta get that jump. Okay, got to concentrate. Oh, come on! You know what? Don't be taking a piss with me, man. Don't be taking a piss with me, man. Yeah. Oh, come on. How many times? How many times? Oh, we got it. Aye. Oh, swear, Mel. You know, we're gonna get this one. We're gonna get this one. Yo, big ups to everybody. It's the timing. That's the thing. It's all about the timing. Aye. Sick. Oh, what up, Nerds Taku? This takes me back. Oh, indeed, all the way back to 1994. What was you doing in 1994? In 1994, I was in school, secondary school. I jumped too early. I was in secondary school, or back then it was called secondary school. These days they call it high school. Like they adopted the more American terminology in the UK. So back when I was in school, we called it secondary school, but in recent times they've changed it to high school. I don't know why that was changed, but yeah, it was changed. Aye, jump. But yeah, I was in school. 1994. I would have been 15, like 14 going on 15. So that would be, oh flip now, GCSE time, I think. Is that GCSE? Yeah, it'd be GCSE time. So it'd be like the last year of sort of main school before going on to jump before going on to like sixth form and then uni and that whole thing. So yeah, damn man. Well, not the last year. I think the last year of main school would have been 95. So it would be almost the last year. Not quite the last year, but almost at the last year of main secondary school before going on to, and then 95 would have been the last year of main secondary school, and then 96 would have been the start of like sixth form. Oh man, I remember Super Mario Bros as well. Oh, you know, I had a SNES. Oh shit. But I never actually played Donkey Kong Country or Mario or a lot of the Nintendo games actually. I actually missed a lot of the Nintendo games back when they were coming out. I had a Master System up until whenever the SNES came out. I guess that would have been about 90 something, 93, 94, around about there, maybe a bit earlier actually. I can't remember exactly when, but I remember having a Master System because that was my very first games console that I bought with my own money. I remember saving up to get it, and then with the SNES, I went halves on it with my older brother, and we got that. I'm pretty sure I remember getting it when it came out. Certainly not long after it came out anyway. Maybe not exactly when it came out, but I think we got it relatively soon after it came out. But then, well, we talked about it a long time ago. I might be remembering things a bit different. You know what I mean? Right, it's a while ago. But yeah, well, I missed a lot of the Nintendo games like Donkey Kong, Mario, Zelda. We never played that until much, much later. So I've since played like Mario and that whole thing. I've since played a lot of those games, but I didn't play them back in these days. Back in the back in the SNES days. So I was playing Street Fighter mostly on the SNES, and I remember having a football game. I can't remember what it's called, like World Soccer or something like that. But I remember playing that quite a bit on the SNES. And what else? Flipping now. Mortal Kombat. I remember a friend of mine lent me Mortal Kombat, and I played that a little bit. I was rubbish on the SNES though. Actually, no, it wasn't rubbish. It was just that they cut out all the blood and they took out all the fatalities. So the main reason why you would want a Mortal Kombat game was all taken out on the SNES. It was like, really? Like, whose idea was this? Whose idea? Who thought that was a good idea? But yeah, speaking of Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, definitely spent a lot of time on the arcades back in those days as well. Oh, come on. Come on. You know what? It's gonna kill me, man. It's gonna kill me. Flipping out. Normally I wouldn't be restarting so much, but I'm so close to my state save, it just feels like, why lose lives when I don't have to? And that's the thing about it, because if I was playing this game back in 1994, I wouldn't have that option. I'd have to start all over again once I run out of lives. Oh, come on. How close you gotta be for that G though? Oh, come on. Aye. This ain't going too well right now, to be honest. This ain't going too hot. I did actually hear that there's possibly going to be a more powerful... Ooh! Got extra life. More powerful switch. Possibly. Oh. Aye, I jumped too early again. Aye. Damn it. Damn it. Jumped too early. You gotta watch them jumps, man. Gotta watch them jumps. Can't jump too early. Definitely can't jump too late. Ah. Aye, G. Damn it. Donkey Kong making a donkey out of me, man, right now. It is not going too hot. Oh. Damn. Oh. Oh. I died, Jajo. Yeah. You know what? I don't think when it comes to modern day gaming that they don't really generate or produce, shall I say, the same kind of reactions as these old school games do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not quite there. At least, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I think there's some games that come close to getting those reactions, but I think there's something about these types of games that elicits very certain types of reactions that you don't really get so much in modern day games. Like in modern day games, it's more like, what the hell? In these old school games, it's more like, maybe speaking English anymore. You know, you just. Ooh. Oof. I might be here a while, you know. How am I still doing this? Fair pen. Swear down, man. We're gonna do this now. What? We're doing this. We get that Kong. I think we get extra life. Yo, Michael Mazur. Wagwan, Mike. How you doing, God, yo? How you doing, man? How you doing? Big up for coming through. I appreciate you. Appreciate you and your crew. How is you? This game was released in 1994. What was you doing in 1994? Oh, that was so close, man. Was you even born yet? Some of you might not have been. Ah. Oh, too close. Ah. Oh. Wasn't even alive before. Oh, mate. It was a wild time, man, I tell you that much. The 90s was wild. The 90s was wild. Like, here's the thing, yeah? Like, a lot of the stuff that people get cancelled for now, you know, we hear about somebody getting cancelled because they said something or did something or whatever. Back in the 90s, that was normal, accepted behavior. The 90s was wild, you know. And I ain't saying like it was better back then. I mean, definitely certain things I think were cool, but lots of other things, let's be real, lots of other things have changed for the better now. But it was a wild time. And the thing is, it was like at the time, because you're just going through it, you don't really think of it as wild, you know. It's just like I said, it's kind of normal. It's just how things are. It's only really now that it's over and how much culture has changed since then, and when you look back on it, you just think, damn, we were wild. We were nuts. This game is a classic indeed. Exactly, I was thinking about that today because of Eminem and most of his songs. He's so hated now. Yeah, I actually heard about was it Gen Z or something like that, was trying to cancel Eminem because of some old songs that one of old songs that was it Love the Way You Lie, I think it was. And it's like, yo, listen, first of all, that song came out before most people were even born, so let's get that fact straight. Like, this song came out a while ago. But if you're gonna cancel Eminem, honestly, far worse songs than that. You know what I'm saying? There's far worse songs than Love the Way You Lie. Like, that's pretty tame compared to, I mean, Eminem by now I think is a bit more chill. I think, you know, he's older now, he's seen lives differently, and that's great. I'm not trying to knock it. But back in the day, back in like the late 90s when he was starting to kind of pop up, yo, Love the Way You Lie, that's tame compared to what some of those old school Eminem songs. Right, he's like, criminal, kill you. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's like, Love the Way You Lie is like, is that the one? You gotta try and cancel a guy and you pick one of his tamest songs. It's like, okay. 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 But nah, I mean, ain't nobody gonna cancel Eminem. I mean, for one thing, I feel like people don't necessarily get cancelled. Not in like well, I mean, they do. People can get cancelled. People can get cancelled in a sense that if there is enough buzz around a person doing something bad, if there's enough people, you know, talking, saying, "Hey, look, we don't like this," and then yeah, eventually the studios or the record labels or whoever it is going to have to say something. You know, they're going to be like, "Hey, look, you know, we need to have a conversation because this is getting out of hand. You know, you did some stuff. People want an apology. Either you apologize, or you know, we're gonna have to let you go because we can't have this. We can't deal with this." And that's a decision that every studio, every company, every whatever might have to make. But I feel like, at least from what I can tell, and perhaps I'm a little bit naive because I don't really follow a lot of the celebrity gossips and news and things like that. I feel like in most cases, people don't really get cancelled like that. It's more a case of they just do other things. Like, I remember with was it Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart never really got cancelled. I mean, there were people that wanted to cancel him, and people were like, "Oh yeah, we need to get Kevin Hart to apologize." But in the end, it was Kevin Hart that said, "Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the show. I'm gonna, you know, not be a part of this." And since then, he's done pretty well. You know what I mean? He has. It's not like he can't find work. He's done pretty okay. He's found work. You know what I mean? So it's like you might lose one gig, but it's not the case of you can't do other stuff. I feel like in a situations where nobody would look at you, or very, very few people would give you any kind of foot in the door type thing. That kind of cancellation, I think, is rare. You know, most of the time it's like you might lose a gig, or you might, you know, you don't get this job, but it seems to me in most cases they do okay. They continue to do okay afterwards, because in the end of the day, it's like, look, if you're right for the job, maybe once the like the buzz has kind of died down a little bit. I think the only ones that really get cancelled like that are like Kevin Spacey, you know, because he did some messed up stuff, you know. Oh damn it. This other one, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, because they did some messed up stuff. Like, I feel if you did something like really messed up, then yeah, you can properly get cancelled where nobody would want to take you on. You know what I mean? That's like, but that's the rare, like, when you really screw up. I feel like a lot of times it's just you might lose a gig, but then you probably get the next one and still do okay in your career afterwards. That's that seems to me anyway. That seems to me. Crazy, yeah. I think there are levels to that. Like, if you are very famous, you're untouchable. But if you're not that big, you may be facing the end of your career. Bill Cosby would be cancelled no matter of era. Yeah. Now, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Like, if you're super famous, and I guess it depends on what exactly you did as well. Like, if you just said something like something dumb, like rude, stupid, something like that, you know, you might lose that next gig, or your current gig. But then maybe a couple of weeks later, once it's kind of died down a little bit, as long as you haven't done nothing too stupid since then, you're probably going to be okay. You're probably going to be okay. But yeah, I think you're right. There are levels to it. Like, super famous people are pretty much, and especially if you already got your own studio, you already got your own this, your own that, then you don't really get cancelled. It's more a case of how far are people willing to take it. And I reckon in most cases, unless it is something super messed up, most people probably aren't willing to take it that far. You know, because you're always hearing about somebody being cancelled, and then they get cancelled again because something else happens. Like, wait, didn't you? And then something else happens and they get cancelled again. It's like, how many times has James Charles been cancelled at this point? Like, people just keep giving him chances. Like, dude, he does something, he gets cancelled, and then it's like he does something else and he gets cancelled again. It's like, how many chances are people gonna give? People just keep giving chances. It's like, I don't know. It depends how far people say they cancel you, and then they still watch your stuff. So it's kind of like, well, if you don't really mean it, it doesn't mean anything. If you don't really, you know, boycott their work or their videos, their this, their whatever it is they're doing, then all this talk about, oh, cancel this guy, it means nothing. If he's still gonna go back and watch their videos or watch their movies, their songs or whatever, it don't really mean nothing. So yeah. Here we go, cancel then. He would just disappear. Mine's Laird is a great example of that. James Charles is like a superhero to most of them Gen Z girls. He is untouchable. So he's untouchable. Seems like it. Seems like it. Oof. Oh man, that's a crazy world though. It's a crazy, crazy world we be living in, that's for sure. It's like constantly hearing about somebody who you might think is a good person or a decent person. I mean, I guess nobody's really good, right? But you think of somebody as a relatively decent person, and you start reading about some messed up stuff they were doing, and it's like, yo, this guy, really? I mean, some people you hear about it, and like, yeah, I'm not even surprised. Like, you ever hear about somebody doing something, you just think, you know what, I'm not even surprised. Oh, jumped too early. I'm not even surprised. And you hear about some other person, it's like, yo, this guy, really? Man, what's the world coming to? I just heard about, what's his name? Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil. So apparently Dr. Phil sends these kids to this thing called Camp Turnaround, or I don't know what it's called. Was it Camp Turnaround or something like that? Camp Turnabout. And the idea is that he sends these kids on this retreat to better themselves, you know, to you know, fix their behavior, to do better in life, and to understand why their behavior is wrong, and you know, that kind of thing. That's what Camp Turnabout or Turnaround or whatever it's supposed to be called is about. But I watched this video with Daniela Brigoli. Oh, Danielle? You know, the bad baby girl, Cash Me Outside girl. And she was talking about the abuses that went on there. And apparently another girl already spoke out about it. And that's why she was like, oh yeah, I need to say something now, because of the stuff that she saw when she was there. And she was talking about like the way the kids were treated. Apparently, some staff member got killed, ended up getting killed. And it's like, yo, the people are sending kids to these places. What's going on? And how does Dr. Phil know about what's going on in this Camp Turnaround place? Like, what, man? Like, are you Are you sending kids to this place talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna better your life, we're gonna help you get on a straight and narrow? Meanwhile, these kids are just getting abused and tortured and treated like shit all day long, to the point where they're just like mentally unstable and end up killing people. It's like, yo, that is not that is not okay. I think that might need to be looked into. You know, that might need to be looked into. Wonder if Oprah knows about that as well, because Dr. Phil and Oprah are supposed to be like all buddies and stuff, innit? Oh, flipping hell, man. How many times gonna crash into this stupid thing? But yeah, I was like, yo. When I was reading that, or watching the video rather, when I heard about that, I was like, yo, Dr. Phil? I shouldn't be surprised, really. I shouldn't be. Oh, come on. I shouldn't be surprised. Oh, I keep jumping too... I haven't even heard about that, but seems crazy indeed. I only found about it today. I just watched a video, just popped up in the recommended feeds on YouTube, and I was like, all right, what's this about? Watched the video. It was posted maybe a couple of days ago, like 2-3 days ago. Like, yo, like, this is crazy though. Dr. Phil of all people, man knows Oprah, and he's sending kids to these like abusive camps. And apparently it's relatively common in some of these places. When I was reading the comments in under the video, there were people talking about their experiences with similar sort of camps, and yeah, it seems like it's not even it's not an isolated thing. It's like, yo, this happens. Now, man, let's jump. Oh. My word. I should be further along than this by now. Oh. Oh, oh. Ay. Ay. Oh. You're gonna make me start all over again. You're gonna make me start all over again, aren't they? They're gonna make me start all over again. Bloody hell. I got so far though. So, you know what I mean? So close. Oh. So close, man. So close. Oh, so close, man. All right, we gotta do this now. We gotta do this. Ugh. Oh, guy. So close. Alright, so Michael Mazur. Let me ask you this real quick. Well, let me ask you this, whether it's quick or not, we'll see. But as you mentioned before, that you wasn't born yet in 1994. Let me ask you then, what is the oldest game you've played? What, to your knowledge, is the oldest game you've played? Not necessarily even completed, like, because I get it. Sometimes we don't complete all the games we play. I know that, but to your knowledge, what is the oldest game you've ever played? And for myself, I think the oldest game I've played is probably Pong. I remember playing Pong on a computer. It was in primary school, but towards the end of primary school, when we were getting ready to go to secondary school, and we were visiting different schools, and I don't remember the name of the school we visited, but it was visited to school, and one of the first things we went to the computer room. And one of the first things that happened is that it was like we were sitting next to somebody. I went to sit next to somebody to use the computer, and the teacher was like, "No, you don't have to you don't have to share a computer. You can have your own computer." And that blew my mind, because in primary school you always had to share the computer, and the fact that we didn't have to share the computer was like, whoa. So yeah, they had Pong on the computer, and we played that, and that's a game that got released in what, 70 something? I don't even know when. It's an old ass game, but yeah. Let's see, Tetris, okay. And also the GTA San Andreas and Vice City. Wow, well, Tetris is definitely an old game. Tetris is definitely an old game. Oh wait, I've played classics like Pole Deck Drive, game only in Poland. Okay. Or FIFA 06. Okay. Pole Deck, okay, that's a Polish game. Okay. I'm gonna have to look that up then. I don't believe I've ever heard of that. Let me look it up real quick. Pole Deck. Pole Deck Driver, a racing game? Is that it? Oh wait, this might not be it. Oh wait, is it? Okay. Pole Deck Driver. Okay, Pole Deck Driver is a racing game prepared by the development team of Play Publishing Company, allowing you to feel the emotions associated with driving the legend of Polish motoring, the Polonaise. It's about a legendary Polish car. Okay, guess we found it then. Created with a big wink of an eye, Polish racer. Polonaise, yeah. Polonaise. Oh, am I saying it wrong? Polonaise. Okay. Polonaise. Let's see real quick. When was Pong? Pong was originally released in 1972. That's not when I played it, by the way, but that's when it was released, in 1972. Let's see, when did Pole Deck come out? 2003, okay. But you didn't say Tetris. Tetris, I think, is older than that. Let's see when Tetris came out, because that's 80 something. Tetris originally came out in 1980 something. Yeah, 1984 was the original release. 1984. I know it kind of got big. It did get big when the Game Boy came out, because it came free with the Game Boy back in like 1989, 1990. But Yeah, it was originally released in 1980. Okay, so we got some old school games still. We got some old Tetris, Pong, Polonaise, racing game. Polonaise, excuse me, say it again, Polonaise. So Poland, is that where you're from, I'm guessing? Flipping. You know what? I swear down, man. Swear down. I'm gonna have to do something else because, boy, this game's gonna be Poland. Yeah, I guess the most popular game from Poland is probably the Witcher series by CD Projekt Red. Well, that and Cyberpunk 2077, but well, oh, that was so close, man. Come on, man. Probably, yeah, Cyberpunk, yeah. It's close to beating it. Okay. Did you have problems with Cyberpunk then? Because I know loads of people are having problems with Cyberpunk. With, oh, flipping hell, man. You know what? I might have to put this away because this is ridiculous. I might have to play something else. Because what I was reading it is that unless you had like some beast... Oh, for fuck... Unless you had some beast of a machine, it's just bare problems with that game. Like it was crashing a lot, or things won't load properly, or there's loads of bugs. Like if you had it on the Xbox or the PlayStation 4, oh come on, man! Apparently with the Xbox Series X and the PS5 it plays a little bit better. I returned it immediately because my Xbox couldn't keep up. Oh, a lot of crashes and bugs. Oh, that's a shame, man. I know they're working on a fix for it, but the problem is that by the time it's fixed and it plays well on the... They got a patch to make it play well on the Xbox and the PlayStation 4. The problem is that who's still going to be interested in the game? Because you know, like, there's going to be how many games are going to be released between then and now, and then you already got a sour taste in your mouth over this game. So I feel like that's the problem with releasing games too early. Is that yeah, you could capitalize on a lot of buzz, but if the game itself is broke, and then even though yeah, you might fix it later, depending on when that fix comes, it's like, look, you've got other things to do. You know what I mean? You bought the game at a time you felt you was able to give time to play it. If you buy a game today, but you can't play it for another 5 months, it's like, wait a minute, I've got other things to do at this point. So, you know, maybe it works well. Maybe it's an amazing game. I'm sure it is. In fact, I've heard it's an amazing game once you can get through it. But it's like, by the time they finally fix it and people can play it, you know, that's the question. Are people still going to be that interested? Or is it going to be a case of, look, you know what? I might try it, I might not, you know. So, yeah, I feel like sending it back, getting your refund, and then maybe buying it again when it's really cheap. That's what I think is probably the best way forward. Get your refund, and then maybe once after it's fixed, maybe even once it goes on sale, then buy it and be like, okay, cool. Now I can play this game. Exactly. I was waiting for Cyberpunk for like 2-3 years, and it turned out to be a disaster. Yeah, man, a lot of people feel that way. It's like it was so hyped up, so much talk about, especially after The Witcher 3. I know it was in development for a long time, but you know, when The Witcher 3 came out, at least for me anyway, I don't know how other people felt about it, but when The Witcher 3, after playing Witcher 3, I was like, yo, listen, I'm hearing about this Cyberpunk game by the same studio. This game, this Witcher game, is giving me all kinds of vibes right now. So I'm pretty excited. Oh, damn it! So yeah, but the thing that put me off getting Cyberpunk was I just felt like it's probably going to be a really long game, and I didn't think I was going to have time to actually play it. That's the thing that put me off. Otherwise, I probably would have bought it on release as well, because it looks amazing. Like, it looks so cool. But I was thinking to myself, you know what, I don't think I'm going to get time to play this game right now, so let me allow it. And it turns out you can't even play the damn thing anyway. Oh, oof. What's funny is that The Witcher was looking even worse when it was released. Oh yeah, this yeah, actually, like, apparently that had some issues on release, but they got fixed pretty quickly, I guess. Because I mean, I didn't play it on release. I played it probably at least a year, maybe more than a year after it got released. And even more bugs. Okay. And it was crashing even more. Do you know when that was fixed then? Do you know if it was fixed relatively quickly, or was that a while before that got fixed? Because I know by the time I got it on PC, but I got it like at least a year, maybe more after it got released. I can't remember exactly when, but it wasn't right away, I know that much. It was a good while after it got released that I got it. And it was on sale. It was like 20 quid. Oof. Ayya! Ayya! Oh. Oh, too close. Oh! Oh, finally! Mate, like how that was way more difficult than it needed to be. That was, oh my word! Finally, you know, I need to do a save. I need to do a state save. Let me, yes, I need to do a state save. I'm not playing with this. I'm not playing. I ain't trying to do that again. Finally, indeed, like, yo. That took ages, man. Like, I don't even want to know how many times I failed that. That was firm. Oof. It took at least a year, raw. But back then, CD Projekt was smaller, a lot smaller. Okay. Was it broken on PC was it broken on console as well as PC then? Because I remember, like, people giving it like really good reviews when it came out. So was the console version okay, or was it just the PC version that sucked, or were they both like crashing or bugs and stuff? So I seem to remember people giving it like good reviews, and that kind of thing. I think it was mainly PC. Okay. Oh. Oh. But then again, sometimes people give reviews, and you know what? I feel like you can't really trust a lot of the YouTube reviewers, to be honest. Like, there's maybe a few that I feel like are doing pretty well, but there's, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of YouTube reviewers that would either kiss something's ass because they happen to be a fan of it, or they would like shit all over it because they happen to like not like somebody or whatever. And I get, you know, reviews are always going to be subjective anyway, and people naturally have biases, and that's just kind of a thing. But there's certainly, like, in my experience at least anyway, a lot of like YouTube reviewers, their biases show a lot. You know, their biases show a lot, and then there's maybe a few that come across where it's like, all right, no, this is cool, this is maybe a bit more balanced than, you know, just a reasonable balanced opinion on something, and I can appreciate that. Most of them getting paid, yeah, well, there's that as well. Yeah, people get sponsorship deals or certain perks or things like that. People aren't always honest about oh, come on. Aren't always honest about their income and where things are coming from. But I don't know, man. I mean, oh, you can't actually bump those. It's gonna stab me anyway. But yeah, YouTube's a funny place. Sometimes honestly, I feel like I love it as much as I hate it. Like when it comes to YouTube, I feel like I love it as much as I hate it sometimes. Like, it's great that this platform exists where you know, people can express themselves in various ways, and where content could exist that doesn't have to have like massive audiences, and it could just serve the people who are interested in it. And I think that's an amazing, awesome thing. But then sometimes some of the content that exists on the platform is very questionable, and it's like, oh. But hey. You know what? Right, excuse me. Okay, so I can't jump this guy. Oh, that did not go so well. And it opens up many opportunities, maybe even too many. That's the thing, isn't it? You know, oh, there's something up here. That's the thing, it's like, it's great that it exists. It's also not so great that it exists. You know, it's just like, okay. I mean, to be honest, when it comes down to it, I'd rather have it than not have it. I think that's the truth for me. I'd rather have the YouTube with its flaws than not have it. That's how I feel. But like I say, some content is just questionable. Oh. but it got a little bit out of hand. Indeed. Oof. I got me a frog. Yo. Oh. What's the time, man? What's the time? Alright. Got me a frog. But yeah, no. It's yeah. Okay, I don't have to start again? Oh, we good, we good. We good. Oh. Good luck with the game. I appreciate that, man. Trying to, well, can I even? Are you telling me I have to come all the? Nah, fam. I have to come all the way back here. Oof. Oh, you know what? I've been doing this for an hour. Let me, I already got my state saved, so I think we good. Anyway, that might be a good place to start wrapping this one up, actually. That might be a good place to start wrapping this one up, mate. We've had some fun today. Had some, I mean, I don't even know. I was streaming earlier, and I don't even know what happened. Like, it just all kind of just went oof. It just all went woof. Like, what are we doing here? And yeah, I think it was just some network issues, some connection issue or something like that. I really don't know. But yeah, just left it for a little while. Seemed to be okay now. Just went for about an hour. On top of the whatever I did before at 30 something minutes. So yeah, we did alright today. Maybe next time we try and go a bit longer, but for now I think this is a good place to wrap up. Have some fun with this Donkey Kong. Got past that level after however many tries. Let's not count how many tries that took, because I'm sure it's not a number below 10, maybe not even below 100. But let's just we got past it. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Yeah, no, I had some fun today, guys. Had some fun today. I hope you had some fun too. Talked about some things. You know, talked about the state of the world. Still don't have a live stream schedule, but hopefully not too long from now. So yeah, look out for more live streams, look out for more videos. Check out my other channels as well. I've got a movie/video game channel where I talk about, well, I actually do reviews and stuff like that. I just talked about YouTube reviewers and how I'm not particularly impressed with a lot of YouTube reviewers, but maybe you might enjoy my reviews at least, maybe. Excuse me. Yeah, the comedy channel as well, Haze Hilarious. I just posted a new video there, so it'd be awesome if you check that out. But yeah, that's gonna be all for now, guys. You've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping coming. Thank you for keeping it lively. Big up to everybody. Big up to you and your crew. Hopefully it won't be too long from now for the next live stream. But till whenever, if ever, peace. Now just sit here awkwardly while I wait for the screen to change over. Cause that's what I do. That's what I do. So there we go. There we go. All right, laters.
I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beating her face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beating her face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump. Jump. I want you to jump, 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 jump. want you to